Hi, this is Steve Morrison with Action Coach Business Coaching, and welcome to the Jacksonville Business Spotlight Series. The purpose of the Business Spotlight is to interview local business owners and promote them on our social channels, as well as provide them and our audience with some coaching as well as some business advice. This is a free service that we are offering because if every small business is strong, then our economy is strong as well. So today I have the pleasure of speaking with Mark Goldwich with Gold Star Adjusters. Welcome to the program, Mark. It's great to have you on today.
Great. Thanks for having me on, Steve. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Here, so let's start off and talk a little bit and just introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your background.
All right. Well, I'm a Florida native. Was born and raised in South Florida, moved to Jacksonville in 2000. Actually have a degree in insurance, and I've been a licensed adjuster since 1987. Quite a long time, living in Jacksonville with my wife and my two kids. My oldest actually now works with me here at Gold Star.
Wow, that's awesome. Second generation.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about Gold Star. Who do you help and how do you help them?
Okay, so Gold Star, we're a firm of public insurance adjusters. That means we represent policyholders when they have insurance claims, whether it's fire, flood, water, roof leaks, hurricanes, tornado, whatever it is that causes you to call your insurance company about property damage. We represent you directly to your insurance company. Make sure you get paid everything that you're entitled to, because otherwise what you end up with is whatever the insurance company feels like paying you. And it is a really large difference. It averages usually between 5 and 7 times as much when you're professionally represented.
That's pretty crazy. So how long have you been in business?
I've been in business since 2004, so we're in our 17th year. But I've been adjusting claims for 34 years. I started with a very large insurance company 17 years before that. So it's been a long time.
So you've been on both sides of the insurance spectrum, if you will.
Right. It really is the same job, just on the other side of the table. So obviously I learned a lot about how they operate, all the strategies, the tricks and the techniques and everything else. And it really helps me be more effective in representing policyholders.
So let's be a little bit more specific on the types of people that you serve, and who would you say are really your best customers, the ones that should really reach out to you?
Well, obviously, we prefer larger claims since we're working on a percentage, just like realtors. They want to sell really big homes. Well, we would prefer really big claims. So that's the best customer, somebody who has property damage that's significant and it's on a covered claim. That's our best customer, but we will help anybody that has a covered loss, no matter how small it is, even if it's very minor. And if it's less than $1,000, we work those for free. If those folks really need that money, they're entitled to it. We're going to help them get their money, and we're not going to charge them anything for it.
That's awesome. If you think you've had some damage or you're getting some pushback from your insurance company, they should at least give you a call to see do they have a different recourse that you could help them with.
Right. And we always recommend that you call us before the insurance company, because maybe it's not covered. And the last thing you want is to submit a claim that's not covered. It goes on your record. You have somebody come out to your property. They're looking at other things now. You just don't want to do that. You don't want it on your record. So we don't charge anything to consult, to come out, take a look at the property, and to give you our opinion as to whether or not it's covered. Even if we tell you it's covered, you're not obligated to hire us. We think it's a good idea. We know it's a good idea from our experience and from history, that we're going to help you recover more on your claim than you're going to be able to recover on your own.
This has been a really crazy year and a half now, and a lot of businesses had to pivot during this time to get their businesses to work better. So is there one area that you had to do differently, and then maybe that it's actually benefited to you and your clients that you're now going to continue to be doing?
Actually, it didn't create that much of an impact for us because we were always considered an essential service, right? And so we never had to shut down at all. Obviously, we took extra precautions, both in the office and in the field when we're at people's homes or businesses. It was almost business as usual, with the exception of the PPE and with the sanitizing and those kind of things. Other than that, it was pretty much business as usual. And we're very fortunate in that way.
So this is an interesting question. So they say it's been said that smart people learn from their mistakes, wise people learn from other people's mistakes. So what mistakes maybe that you've sort of made along the way as an entrepreneur and as a business owner that maybe you're willing to share to help other entrepreneurs out there and be able to learn from your experience?
Yeah, the easy one, right off the top of my head, be careful about hiring or bringing people on. When I was first looking to grow the business, I would take on people that I probably should not have taken on because I wanted to grow, right? So somebody was interested. I spoke with them once. They seemed okay. I brought them on. I would recommend that you do more in-depth interviews, multiple interviews, and probably even do some, ask for some testing, whether it's a DISC assessment or some type of assessment test for their personality, their behaviors, their work habits, those kinds of things, and be more careful about who you bring on into the business.
It's really important to make sure it's easy to sort of identify different people's skills, but are they the right fit for the culture that you're trying to build within your organization?
Right, exactly.
So what's the thing that's inspiring you most these days?
These days, it's my son. My son started a little less than a year ago.
Awesome.
And very young, just out of high school, was not interested in going to college right away, had almost earned his AA while he was in high school, is doing exceptionally well, and will be fully licensed in just a few months. And it's really just been great to watch him learn and grow, and also to be able to see him every day. He's in the office every day with me. So that's really cool because he's out of the house. As soon as he graduated high school, he got an apartment, he was out of the house. And of course, you always worry and wonder, when you're going to see them next and those kind of things. You don't see him as much. I get to see him every day, pretty much, to be able to work with them and to be able to we're already talking about succession planning and those kinds of things, so that I can feel better about retiring one day and having the company in good hands.
That's awesome. You've always been sort of involved in coaching in one way. How has coaching helped your business?
Well, it really has. Obviously, me, but folks out there don't know me. I'm not as focused as some people are, or as I want to be. I'm not as organized as I would like to be. And so those are two areas that coaching has helped. It provides clarity for me. It requires that I actually sit down, think about the business, come up with goals. They have to be SMART goals, specific goals. And then there's accountability, which, on my own, the accountability just isn't there. For some folks that, have the perfect mindset, great. But most people are more like me and they need some help.
That's awesome. I appreciate that. So, Mark, thank you for joining us on the Jacksonville Business Spotlight. I'm Steve Goranson with Action Coach Business Coaching, helping you to really work smarter, not harder, so small business owners can have more life.